spell your name for us?
It's going to be Scanlon, S-C. You want my first name as well?
Yeah.
Patrick Scanlon, Patrick common spelling, P-A-T-R-I-C-K. Last name Scanlon, S-C-A-N-L-O-N. I'm the Chief of Department of the Valley Street Fire.
Can you tell us what happened here today?
Approximately 5:30 in the morning, we got a report of a fire. We responded, and we were met with heavy fire and smoke from the deli on the corner. We made entry into that building and found that the fire had extended into the cock loft, which is a common area above the roof and below the ceiling of the building. Once a fire gets in there, it's tough to actually extinguish it. It winds up spreading very quickly through the entire the entire building. Once we were able to get in there with about 5 hand lines, we were able to get a pretty good knockdown on it. We also put some master streams into operation.
Some what?
Master streams into operation.
Master stream?
Master streams into operation.
Are those the
which
hoses?
No, the hoses are the hose lines. The master streams are the large streams that come off of trucks and tower ladders and ladders. We put those into operation. We flowed water into the cock loft. We were able to put the fire out, and then we re-engaged with the hand lines. We were able to finish off fighting the fire. There was extensive tin ceilings and extensive overhaul that had to be conducted within the building. The tin ceilings actually made it so that we had a tough time actually opening up to get into the cock loft. Tin ceilings are very labor intensive. They're very hard to pull down. So we needed very long hooks and a lot of firefighters to come here in order to put it out. We called about 21 departments and had about 150 to 200 firefighters on scene. That was due to the heavy amount of hand lines we had to put into operation, the number of master streams and tower ladders we had to feed. We needed a bunch of guys to move large diameter hose to feed those ladders, and then we needed a bunch of guys to come in and pull the whole ceiling down.
So I don't know if you can just describe it. The tin ceiling is right above.
So there,
It's a roof? Or?
Yes, so there will be a normal drop ceiling. Above that was a tin ceiling. It's a ceiling that is made of tin or a metal, and it's up above that drop ceiling, and then it'll be below the roof. It's the original ceiling of the building from when they built the building.
But there's no roof over that.
Yes, there's a roof, and then below that would be like a tin ceiling. That's like the original ceiling that would be in the building, and then below that would be a drop down, which is a newer style of ceiling that is below that.
And the cock loft is in between the roof
and the tin ceiling. And that would be a common area where the entire building shares the entire area. So when the fire gets in there, it's very difficult, and once it spreads in there, it's very difficult to get a hold of and contain and extinguish.
Is that where the fire started, or it just spread?
We don't know at this time. It's still undetermined where the fire started. It's being investigated by the Nassau County.
But the fire was first reported in the deli?
Yes.
Okay. But it's unclear whether that's where it actually started.
Correct.
And were there flames? Can you describe how high they were? And stuff?
Flames were shooting up from the roof, probably about 6 feet high. There also was fire that was dropping down from the ceiling down towards the firefighters as they made entry into the building.
We have to bring
and so the firefighters went inside in those conditions with the fire?
Yes, the firefighters made entry and they went inside to extinguish the fire. Yeah,
I'm sorry, if you could describe the difference between a hose line and the mainstreams.
So a hose line would be like a hose that you'd see a normal firefighter pull off of a truck.
Like this here's the hose line, that red one?
So the red one is a large diameter hose. The white one would be a hose line. And then if you wanted to see what a master stream would look like, at the tip of this tower ladder, you'll see there's a nozzle. That's what would be flowing. That's a master stream.
And that's water that, is a water tank on some of these? Or?
This, not on the truck with the master streams. These trucks have water tanks.
Okay.
Those are engines.
So how do you connect water out of the master?
You would take those large diameter hoses and you would connect them into the truck.
Oh, okay. How long did it take to get this under control?
Approximately an hour and a half.
And is it knocked down now?
Yeah, it's pretty well under.
So Charles said the call came in at 5:33.
Approximate 5:30 in the morning. Yes.
5:30, and it was out by 7 or under control?
I would say under control around.
You said 150 to 200 firefighters and 17 mutual aid?
About 21 departments.
All right, and how many are left now?
At this point, I think maybe only 2 or 3.
5 businesses?
I think it's like 7, approximately 7.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good
phone
one.
number in case we have any other questions.
516-395-7385.
I have one other question. Were there any injuries at times?
There was one reported injury to a firefighter who was minor. He was transported for smoke inhalation and exhaustion.
And he went to L.I.J. Franklin?
Yes.
Is that the Valley Stream?
Yes.
Hold on. It's in Valley Stream, right? Okay.